So today's a bit of a rarity. I have the house to myself. My wife is at work. My son's out of town for work and my daughter is at university. It's just me, and I also have my dog Eddie that's sitting on the couch spectating here as we speak. If you guys haven't met Eddie, I've shown him on the channel a couple of times. I'll grab him and introduce you. So here is Eddie. He's a little timid in front of the camera, so I'm going to let him get back to his spot. But he's a good little watchdog. So what are we doing today? I just finished a video on a couple of G-Shocks, and I thought since I had so much time, I'd show you guys some of the things that are coming up on the channel. I'll show you those G-Shocks that I just finished filming. I have a couple of new Seikos, and then I ordered two watches for myself. One is a Protrek model. The second is a watch from Boldr, and this is a watch that I've been really interested in. I've had versions of this in 4 videos lent into the channel by Boldr, so I'm excited to finally own one. So let's switch things up and we'll take a look at the watches. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to just show you a couple of things coming up on the channel. This video I did film already today, and I've got it mostly edited, and it might be already up on the channel by the time you see this, but this is one of the new GM2100s with the metal bezel. I did a side-by-side comparison with one of the original GA2100s, and there was quite a few differences between the two, both size and a few other things. Both pretty cool watches. I think I will be picking up one of these GM2100s. It probably won't be this model. I haven't seen the silver in person, but I think the silver one is going to be the one that I will likely go for. So if that video is already up, I will put a link in the description below so you can take a look at that. And one other thing, actually, speaking of the GA2100s, I mentioned it also in the video on these two watches, but I have a giveaway coming up very soon. I'm going to be, by the looks of things, hitting the 10K subscriber milestone, and I do have a giveaway planned. The owner of Gem Bijou, who's also the person that lent in these watches, has donated a GA2100, a different model than this red one, but a GA2100 that's going to be part of the giveaway. I also have another watch that's going to be included in that as well. So I'm going to be announcing that here in the next few days, so keep an eye out for that. Next up, we've got a couple of the new Padi divers. We are missing, I believe it's just one that we're missing. I can't remember the reference number offhand, but I'm going to be doing a video on these that should be coming out likely next week. The color combination with the blue and black looks really good. Gotta love that turtle case shape. Nice bezel action. Looks like everything's fairly lined up there. And then the samurai. Haven't been hands-on with the samurai in quite a while. The bezel action is a lot stiffer on this one than the turtle. I don't believe, I was thinking about this earlier, I don't believe I've ever featured a Seiko Padi diver on the channel of any variant. I did own one of the Pepsi turtles at least a couple of years ago now, but I don't think it ever made it into a video. But both of these are looking really good. Let me just get in for a closer look at the dial details there, and maybe you might not be able to make them out very good, but try to showcase that a little bit better when I do the full video on these watches. So yeah, keep an eye out for a video on these two. Next up, we are going to unbox the Protrek, and I just realized I forgot my knife. It's upstairs, so give me 1 second and I'll be right back. All right, so got the knife going with the case today. This was a gift from a good friend of mine on a trip we made down to Nashville a couple of years ago. Had an awesome time there, and Paul, the gentleman that gifted me the knife, gave us a great tour of the city. Saw my favorite hockey team there, the Toronto Maple Leafs, take on the Nashville Predators. There's a video on the channel, actually, on that whole trip. So, this is the Protrek, and this was suggested to me by a viewer of the channel, Logan. He and I have chatted quite a bit in the comments in the videos, and he commented on the video on the Casio fishing watch here, and he suggested an upgrade, and I nearly bought it on Amazon and then gave it a quick search on eBay and found a guy a seller pretty close to me that had one for sale pre-owned, so we'll see what the condition looks like here together. A little bigger than I was expecting, but not that bad actually. It's not that bad. It's a bit on the thick side, but it's to do with the bezel there, the extra thickness. So this is the PRT B70, and this is a watch that has many different functions. Get in a little bit closer here. It's got Bluetooth capabilities. It's got the ABC, the altimeter, barometer, compass, and also the fishing feature like I have in my Casio Fishing Time. I know not a whole lot about this watch, but I will kind of have to learn the module, and we'll definitely be doing a fishing video again. The last one was a fail with the Casio Fishing Time, but hopefully we can have a successful one with this. This thing feels tough as anything. I had I think it was a PAW, the PAW 1500. And that was probably the third video I'd ever done on the channel was on that watch. And I did a whole lot with that watch. Unfortunately, I ended up, I believe, gifting that to somebody. So this is my first Protrek in probably 4 or 5 years. If you're interested in one of these, there's a blue version. That one looks really good. That's the one I was going to go for, but I found this deal and I just couldn't refuse. So let's maybe get this on for a quick look on wrist here, and I'm just gonna ditch the Fishing Time and swap it out for the Protrek. And there it is. It is a chunky fella, that is for sure, but cool looking watch. So looking forward to taking a deep dive into learning how to use the module on this one. Next up, we have the Boldr. That's the one thing with unboxings. You get one shot at it. But so at the top of the box, I had in here a nice canvas. Looks like a wax canvas watch roll. So we'll get that out of the way. And inside is the Boldr Venture Titanium. This is the Sandstorm variant. I've had a couple of versions of this watch, not this exact one, and ever since I've really wanted to own one for myself. Now, full disclosure, I did pay for this watch with my own money, but I reached out to the owners of the company and they offered a discount to me. I've been dealing with them since almost the very beginning of the channel. They are actually the very first brand that sent a watch for me to showcase on the channel. Very first micro brand, so I've had a lot ever since as well. I've probably shown maybe 10 or 15 of their watches, but I've always wanted to get one of these Ventures in titanium. And what put me over the top was when I came to realize that they had a titanium bracelet for the watch. So I'm going to save that for the follow-up video here. A little later on, I'm going to put the titanium bracelet on probably after we finish recording this. So I'll show you guys that in a future video. But what an awesome case design. Love the lightweight titanium. This thing has really got a lot going for it. I can't wait to get it on the bracelet, but for now, let me give you guys a wrist check on the NATO. And there it is, and I love that angular case design. I think that is such a cool look. I'll definitely be wearing this on some upcoming adventures. Maybe bring the camera along too for some of them. That is it for today, guys. Don't forget to, if you're not already, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the upcoming 10K subscriber giveaway. That'll be happening in the next week or two. Again, there will be a GA2100. There's another watch, possibly a third watch as well. So I'm just waiting to see how quickly things come in, but keep an eye out for that. Thanks so much for stopping by today, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.